Okay, so crypto, right. Huge potential. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, definitely.
But then you get to the tech side of it, and suddenly it feels like you need to go back to school for a few years just to even, like, grasp the basics.
Sure.
And that's what we're diving into today, this whole idea of keeping your crypto safe, but doing it in a way that doesn't require a degree in computer science.
Absolutely. It's all about making it more user-friendly.
Exactly. So no more crazy long passwords. Instead, we're talking about, get this, using words, like actual words to unlock your crypto.
It's pretty interesting how it evolved, actually. I mean, for the longest time, the big thing was this super complicated private key.
Yeah, the article we were looking at called them a crypto newbie's worst nightmare.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, think about it. We've all messed up a password at some point.
Well, all the time.
But with crypto, one wrong character, and you could be in serious trouble.
Gone, just like that.
Uh,
So how do these word-based keys, these seed phrases, actually solve that?
so imagine this. Instead of this massive string of random characters, you get, say, 12, maybe 24 words.
Okay.
And they're simple words like ocean, mountain, maybe castle, that sort of thing.
Seems a little too easy, doesn't it?
Right. But that's where the really cool stuff comes in. Because these words, they're not just any random words. They come from a specific list, a standardized list of 2,048 words.
2048. Okay, there's got to be some serious math behind that specific number.
You're catching on. Each of those 2,048 words represents a specific value in the background. When you put them together in a specific order, it's like a code, your own unique private key.
And we can remember because it's just a string of words. So it's not just about the words themselves. It's like the combination, the order. That's what really makes it work.
Exactly. It's the order that matters. Think
Yeah.
of it like a deck of cards, right?
Okay, yeah.
52 cards, but you can arrange them in like millions and millions of ways. It's the same principle here, just words instead of cards.
So even if someone knew a few of the words, it wouldn't be enough.
Exactly. They'd have to guess the exact sequence, and the chances of that are, well, ridiculously small.
Okay, that makes sense. But how about in practice? How do you actually use this seed phrase? Like, I have it written down somewhere safe. Then what?
So when you set up what's called a crypto wallet, that's where you keep your crypto, it actually generates your seed phrase for you.
Based on that super complicated private key we were talking about?
You got it. It's like it translates that crazy code into something you can actually wrap your head around. And when you want to access your wallet, you just plug in your seed phrase.
Into a website or something.
Could be an app, a website, depends on the wallet. But yeah, you enter those words, and the software does its magic.
So it's like it reverses the process, turns the words back into that key.
Exactly. Runs some pretty intense math in the background, and bam, you're in.
See, this is what I love. Suddenly crypto feels a lot less like, rocket science.
That's the whole point. It's about bridging that gap. But it's not just about security.
Really? I thought that was the main thing. Keeping it safe from hackers and all.
Oh, that's huge for sure. But think about the user experience. I mean, remembering 12 words is a lot easier than remembering like a jumbled mess of characters, right?
Way easier.
And if you're using a hardware wallet that's like a really secure way to store your crypto offline, your seed phrase is your backup plan.
Okay, so if you lose the device, you can still get your crypto back.
Exactly, as long as you have your seed phrase.
That's a huge relief, honestly. But that brings up another question. How do you keep the seed phrase itself safe?
Ah, now that is the million-dollar question. And that's where companies like this one, CHARONIUM, are stepping up. They're
Got it.
trying to find solutions that go beyond just writing your seed phrase down on a piece of paper.
So CHARONIUM, they're tackling that, right?
Yeah.
Making sure you don't lose your seed phrase, like if your house burns down or something.
Yeah, exactly. And what's cool is they're doing it in a way that keeps you in control. Like they have this system where your seed phrase gets divided up.
Divided up.
Yeah, like into pieces. Imagine a puzzle, right? So you have all these different pieces, and you store them with different people you trust, or maybe different institutions, like maybe one with your bank, one with your lawyer, that kind of thing.
Wow, so no single person has the whole thing. That's really smart.
Right. And it sounds kind of like, I don't know, Mission Impossible-ish.
A little bit. But I guess that's crypto for you, always pushing the limits. I mean, who would have thought that just a bunch of words could be the key to, like, all this powerful tech? It's kind of mind-blowing.
It really is. And the best part is you don't need to be a cryptography expert to use it. Just like
Yeah.
you don't need to know how a car engine works to drive.
Exactly. So for anyone listening who's feeling inspired to do a little more digging, I always recommend checking out that list of 2,048 words, the standard list for seed phrases.
It's actually pretty fascinating just seeing all those everyday words and knowing what they represent.
Right. Like, they're not just words anymore. They're like keys to a whole new world.
It makes you think, if we can do this with crypto, what else could we use this for? What other parts of our digital lives could benefit from this kind of thinking?
That is a great question. And on that note, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of seed phrases. Who knew that simple words could unlock so much potential in the world of crypto?
It's definitely a game changer.